current competition. The Air Force originally awarded the tanker contract to Northrop-Gruman and EADS, which prompted a protest from Boeing. The General Accountability Office found irregularities in the acquisition process, resulting in Secretary Gates reopening the bidding in early July. However, Mr. Gates says he wants to ensure the next administration has time to objectively review military requirements.
It has now become clear that the solicitation and award process cannot be accomplished by January. Thus, I believe that rather than hand the next administration an incomplete and possibly contested process, we should cleanly defer this procurement to the next team.
Secretary Gates says he's been assured the current fleet of tanker aircraft can be adequately maintained until a new acquisition strategy is determined. Also, during the hearing, Secretary Gates and Admiral Mullen spoke on the situation in Afghanistan. The chairman of the Joint Chiefs says he is working with his Pakistani counterpart to address the border conflict. Admiral Mullen says he is commissioning a new, more comprehensive military strategy for the region that covers both the Afghanistan and Pakistan border. Part of that plan includes the deployment of a Marine battalion this fall and another Army brigade early next year.
These forces by themselves will not adequately meet General McKiern's desire for up to 3 brigades, but they are a good and important start. Frankly, I judge the risk of not sending them too great a risk to ignore. My expectation is that they will need to perform both the training mission and the combat and combat support missions simultaneously until such time that we can provide additional troops. And I cannot say at this point when that might be.
Admiral Mullen says there are many challenges that need to be dealt with to fully secure Afghanistan, and that until the U.S. can work more closely with the Pakistani government, the enemy will only keep coming. While Admiral Mullen discussed reducing U.S. troop numbers in Iraq during the hearing, there are currently over 100 Iraqi battalions there taking the lead in operations. That's according to Multinational Security Transition Command Iraq and NATO Training Mission Iraq.
The increased capability of the Iraqi security forces helps set the conditions for the U.S. to redeploy all 5 of the Surge Brigade combat teams, along with 2 Marine regiments and 1 Marine expeditionary unit.
And as the government of Iraq continues to take over coalition duties, some Iraqi workers are facing unemployment. Petty Officer Andrew Krause shows how the handover of power is affecting Iraqi security forces.
Iraq spokesman, Iraqi Major General Qasim Atta, says the Iraqi government is committed to finding work to displace Iraqi security forces. However, that doesn't mean everyone is qualified for a job with the Iraqi army or police forces.
They have to meet the regulations, and that means they have to be fit and have background checks and, of course, education. The ones that's going to be with the regulations and requirements, they're going to be able to join the security forces.
General Atta also says a reconciliation team plans to dedicate 150 billion Iraqi dinars towards getting unqualified personnel trained to work with Iraqi defense ministries. Petty Officer Andrew Krause, Baghdad.
Afghan security forces are proving themselves in the field. Tech Sergeant Gene Taylor has details from Bagram Airfield.
Afghan National Security Forces, with the support of International Security Assistance Forces, defeated an insurgent attack on the Zadran district center in Paktia province on Monday evening. About 20 insurgents attacked the district center with light weapons and rocket-propelled grenades. The Afghan forces guarding the district center returned fire and called for ISAF assistance. The combined force, with coalition air support, killed most of the insurgents while suffering no casualties. Reporting from Bagram Airfield, Afghanistan, Tech Sergeant Gene Taylor, Pentagon Channel News.
They served their country, were injured, and are now swimming with a shark.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
The Atlanta-based Shepherd Center's Swim with Gentle Giants program is treating 4 veterans for spinal cord or brain injuries. The program lets visitors snorkel or scuba dive in a 6.3 million-gallon Ocean Voyager exhibit and allows the injured vets to experience a sensation of being nearly weightless. Coming up next on Around the Services, having parents deployed to rough on teams.
Good stuff.